Hey everybody, Stitches here, and welcome to the beginning of my playthrough through Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. This is going to be a weird playthrough because this is a game compilation. I am going to be playing every game in this compilation. Excuse me. So, what exactly is this compilation of? Well, you see, there's actually two versions of this game. There's Super Mario All-Stars, which is a compilation for the Super Nintendo of several NES Mario games. These being Super Mario from 1985, Super Mario The Lost Levels, which is unreleased in the US at this point. I believe this came out in 86 though. This is actually called Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. Super Mario Bros. 2 Mario Madness. This is a reskin of a game called Doki Doki Panic, if I remember correctly. But in Japan, this is called Super Mario USA. And then Super Mario Bros. 3. However, this version, based on the add-on, you can assume, adds Super Mario World, an updated version of the game that has some extra features in it that I'll talk about when I get to that, which is not going to be soon because I have not only this, but all three of these to play through before we get to that. So, we're going to be starting with Super Mario. I did test this game before. I guess my file didn't save because I didn't quit. But, yeah. So there's a 1 and 2 player game mode option. And, 1 player mode is what I'll be playing, but if you play 2 players, 1 player goes through the level, and then the other player goes through the level levels after the first player dies and it switches off. It's not a very good mode. But, here we go. It's Mario. Here we'll encounter our first enemy, a Goomba, and you need to jump and stomp on him. And then here we'll get our first power-up, the Mushroom, which makes you bigger. You can now take a hit before you die. And you'll break blocks if you jump into them. So, yeah. I did that same thing in the test recording, weird. Here's our second power-up, the Fire Flower. It lets you throw fireballs. We come here, there's another star, power-up, the Star. And, that's 3 of the 4 power-ups in this game. This game is going to be very short, by the way. Mario 2 is going to be a lot longer, but this game and Lost Levels are not very long. The reason why I'm choosing to play this is it's more graphically appealing. I consider this just the overall better port. Of, Mario 1. What's cool is you get these nice backgrounds and stuff. These aren't even in the original. This was just a black background in the original. But this is one of the several games I have planned for November. This specific game, not all of All-Stars. But I also want to play through Sonic the Hedgehog finally. Since I now have a way to record that in a way I feel satisfied with. Ooh, I missed it. If you're curious, many of you will know there is a hidden warp zone in this level. I won't be taking those because I'll be playing all the levels. I don't think it's really much of a let's play if I skip half the levels in the game. That's more like a let's skip half the levels in the game. Whoop. I did it on accident. If you come up here, you can go through levels 2, 3, and 4. It's fine, I'll die. We'll just wait for the time to run out because I don't wanna... do it. I suppose I could talk about why I'm playing this version. So my first Mario game was New Super Mario Brothers, and after that, I started playing a lot of Flash games. And a lot of these Flash games actually use Super Mario All-Stars assets. I think due to this game, to Super Mario All-Stars actually having a release on the Wii as a Wii disc because of how Virtual Consoles handle. I've never actually seen that time up screen before. There are checkpoints in this version as well. You don't have to play the game from the level from the start. Mushroom in that block. I won't be showing the warp zones in the main playthrough. I might make an extra video of me going and getting all of them. But, yeah. This game is pretty decent for what it does. I mean, it is just the first Mario game, so it is the most basic form of Mario you can get. Like, it is the first Super Mario game, I should specify. Damn, I missed him. But yeah, you have your Goombas, you have your Koopas. The red-shelled ones will walk off, or won't walk off cliffs, while the green-shelled ones will. The red-shelled I believe, I forget if they're called Paracoopas or Paratroopas, but, because they're called Koopa Troopas, and then they have, you have the flying ones. The red ones will fly up and down in a line. The green ones will only ever appear in ground levels, and they bounce along the ground. Anyway, here we have our first fortress level. or our first, lost the fire flower. I'm doing worse this time. Probably because I'm self-conscious now that this is the real recording. I am sorry if it looks a little crusty. You gotta remember this is a Super Nintendo game, so it wasn't intended to be looked at super closely. It looks pretty clear on my side, but I went and looked in the test recording, and there was some, like, fuzz on the pixels. Anyway, this is Bowser. He's dead. It's actually one of his minions, but whenever you do this, you'll rescue a toad that says, "Thank you, Mario, but the princess is in another castle." In this game, this will change. I believe this changes every world. But, yeah, I'll be playing about 2 worlds, probably, each video. Which will make for some length. Oops, almost killed myself there. Make for some length of videos. You can expect Mario videos to go up weekly, and you can expect either Sonic or Mega Man 2. I don't know which one I'm doing first at the time of recording this. To go up weekly as well, but one will go up on Tuesday and the other will go up on Thursday. So, you know, I'm trying to, like, actually be back, you know, and I figured a good way to start that is by playing some smaller bite-sized games that I want to do at some point. So, yeah. You know, more content to watch. I will eventually be doing the Pizza Tower thing. I know it got an update. I will also finally release Pizza Tower eventually. Once I get those edited. I plan to kind of sit down, to hunker down, and do those. So this is a springboard. If you jump on it, if you fall on it, you'll just bounce. But if you time your jump, you'll go up to the top. Or you'll go up. And I think in Lost levels, they have super springboards, which, like, go even further. But anyway, here's going to be our first example of a water level in which you can throw a fireball. And those enemies are bloopers. They're really annoying in this game because all they do is they swim around the screen. They're actually less annoying in this game. Really quick, I'm gonna pause. I have it. Sorry about this. I got a text message. I'm just texting back real quick. These are Cheep Cheeps. They're green and red in this game. I think the red ones are supposed to be fast or something. Anyway, you need to be careful because down there's whirlpools that'll suck you down. They're invisible, but you'll notice that you need to... they'll suck you down and you'll notice you'll get resistance despite there not being a graphic there to indicate it. It's just something you need to be aware of. It's supposed to make you kind of freak out and just be like, ugh. But it's a way they make bottomless pits threatening in water levels, considering you can swim. But yeah, we have this background. This background's freaking weird. You got like all these Goomba pillars in the background. I honestly feel like this was just like art somebody made for the game and they're just like sprite it and put it in the game. Like it's from like a dev's doodle notebook and they're like, maybe we should add backgrounds. Fuck, I died. Oh well. Like I said, continues aren't really an issue in this game. Once you get to a world, you could start from level 1 of that world. You may actually even be able to start from the individual level. I'll have to double check that though. I remember one of them, some of them being kind of like that. But this is the definitive version of a lot of the NES Mario games because they have save files. Mario 3, despite its appearance, did not have save files on the original NES version, so I consider this version better considering that game is so long. You could probably play it in a day, but that's like a 4-hour sit down and play. It's definitely a time killer for an NES game. But anyway, we're nearing our second palace, which means this video is actually almost over. So, this one's 20 minutes. They're probably not going to be 20 minutes all the time. There are some levels that are longer in this game, but, you know, you only have, like, you have a time limit in every level, so I'm not just going to be, like, dinking around. I still don't really know what I'll be doing for Sonic. Anyway, if you come down here, you can take an easier path. You can actually jump up top there if you want, on top of those bricks. Ooh. Anyway. You can actually fight Bowser with fireballs. But you'll see this time we got 2 Toads. In the original, it was just the same sprite every time. But, anyway, yeah, that's it for this video, so, oh yeah, I have to hit start. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.